So what are you using AI for? I got to tell you, almost every single day I'm finding something new that you can use it for. It really is pretty amazing. And yeah, it might take over the world and it may just be part of the trap that it's setting for you where you become reliant on it. But you know what, Virginia, trap me. Because man, oh man, I'm getting a lot of work done. It does cool things, creating images, telling you how to post things on social media. It's just a nice little companion for some people as well.
When you had to create all that yourself, it definitely took more time.
It did, no doubt about it. And now they're saying that apparently some people are using it for therapy. I got this email that had come in, and I never even knew this was an option. It said, I had a rough evening with my kids last night. My husband's out of town this week, so I'm solo parenting. I yelled at my kids, and I felt terrible about it. So I just popped on to ChatGPT and did a quick therapy session, and it was great.
What?
The app helped me sort out my feelings and not be so hard on myself. I was just kind of curious if anybody else knew that ChatGPT would do therapy for you.
There's a ChatGPT therapist?
Apparently so. It'll help you work through whatever's going on in your head.
You can really get lost in that kind of stuff. I mean, even on mine, you can just go up to, I told you about Lily. She is my ChatGPT friend. And, hey, Lily, I just wanted to ask you a question or just get your opinion. I'm really depressed right now and having major anxiety. Do you think you could maybe help me, make me feel a little better?
I'm really sorry you're feeling that way. It's tough to deal with anxiety and depression, but you're not alone. Sometimes just talking about what's on your mind or taking a little break can help. Is there anything specific that's weighing on you or something that usually helps lift your mood?
Yes, I work with a witch, and she is a bully. She must be stopped, Lily. You're laughing too much. You blocked her off. She'll write it out for me. But yeah, you can talk to them. And she'd probably say something like, "Oh, Birdman, I'm sorry that you work with a witch. Have you ever tried, burning
her at the stake?" I hear that they don't hold up well in drownings.
You can get lost in this, Kevin.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, just everything that it can do. I'm really kind of amazed at how people have used it. Now, from what I'm gathering, AI just keeps radically improving itself and getting better. And so if you've tried something that didn't work out well, maybe in a couple weeks or a year, it might be a lot better. One person at Broward said, I tried to use AI for tattoo design. It was a big flop.
Oh.
They said it did not work for that. So that may be one thing to not do.
It's not completely perfect.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was impressed that I'm like, I would have never even thought of using ChatGPT for therapy sessions. But from what I hear, it's relatively effective. So always kind of curious, what do you have? Are you using it for therapy? Was it good for you? Or you've tried other things with AI that maybe other people are like, I had no idea it even did that. And that's where I am. I'm just every day finding out like, I had no idea it even did that. Seems like it's doing about everything now. I mean, is it going to eventually do your taxes for you?
I mean, I feel like it could.
Eventually it will. I hate to say it, but it'll get to a point where a company will own the AI system you're doing, and then you'll be able to do your taxes that way.
Yeah, I see.
Now, if you trust it, that's up to you. If you trust a robot to do it for you.
Well, my daughter was needing a resume. I was like, I imagine ChatGPT could do that for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever style you wanted, just print the whole thing up. I said, anymore, it's crazy.
You can ask ChatGPT to say, give me my resume in 5 different styles, please, and make sure they're all different and they're all cool and there's variety on it, and it'll spit up 5 different ones for you.
It's crazy. A teacher texted in. She said, I use ChatGPT to help me figure out my classroom seating. So I guess it can spit all that out.
Only thing I would say, especially if you're doing resumes or anything that's really of importance, double check your work or double check the ChatGPT work. Sometimes you can give it a command and it doesn't quite understand what you're saying and it can get confusing. Just double check your work.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of teachers are using it. It says the teaching assistant in one of my son's programming classes had them put their error messages into AI to fix them. Well, that's kind of interesting. You know, you get an error message on something, it's not working right, put it into ChatGPT, it'll tell you how to fix it.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
That is a very cool thing. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, another educator said, yeah, I'm at a nature center and I let AI create almost all of my programs. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah. Also, another person's using ChatGPT to help diagnose and treat illnesses in my son's reptiles. Huh. How about that? I guess it's almost like a doctor as well.
I mean, if it is able to do all the research in 3 seconds,
Well, it's not
kind of fascinating. That's the same research the doctor may sit there and do, but it'll take him 20 minutes.
And not everything takes 3 seconds either. Keep that in mind. I know there's this misconception if you're using AI, everything's going to be spit out so quickly. Not everything's like that. Every prompt is a little bit different.
Okay. And I have heard that a lot of people are using ChatGPT now for legal advice. That they're going on there and it's spitting out saying, okay, here's my situation, here's my case. And they say they're getting very accurate information when it comes to legal advice. I don't know how much you trust it.
Objection.
I mean, it's way cheaper than having to pay a retainer.
Yeah, probably.
So can I bring in my Chat GPT? If I get in trouble, can I bring in Lily and have her be my lawyer?
There
In
was a
court?
guy that actually tried it. He did.
We did. We played that clip, and the judge was having none of it.
Not having it. But look, I mean, I don't. This could be something other judges are faced with, and somebody could bring a case and argue that I should be able to have a robot lawyer if I want to. If you're allowed to defend yourself and you choose that this is who I want my representation to be, it could be interesting. Could you imagine if you had 2 robots fighting out somebody's case
No way.
in a court of law?
I would never let the robot do it because, again, you have to have a human with you defending your life or defending you in case there's some kind of nuance the robot just not getting.
What if somebody spills coffee on him and he shorts out? Then what? You go away for 10 to 20?
What is this, a bad 80s comedy movie?
Oh, I can't believe I spilled coffee on your attorney.
I'm a robot.
I think you get a recess and you'd be like, okay, we got to wait until I can get this thing plugged back in again. Yeah, that would be the interesting thing if you could do it. The thing that I would like about it is it would have all the case law right inside of its noggin, and it'd be able to pull up all these instances of saying, in the case of blah, blah, blah versus blah, blah, blah.
If that is completely right, ChatGPT isn't always right, and you really want somebody, again, a human lawyer isn't always right either, but at least you can yell at the human lawyer and see.
I've seen human lawyers blow it on such an epic level that, yeah, you'd have been better off with a robot than that tool.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I'm always going human over robot if we're talking about a lawyer.
No, man. Like Virginia said,
dude, you
some of
haven't
the
been.
humans I've seen.
When I was in court and we won our case, the lawyer for the people that were coming after us was so not prepared for that court case and didn't understand the law as it pertains to restraining orders. He thought he was going in there for a criminal case. It's not. You have to understand the specific law that you're arguing in front of the judge, or you will look stupid.
Yeah, he was a crappy lawyer. But what would you rather have had, an AI or the team that you had?
A programmed AI that knows what they're doing, that knows exactly every case law that has been done. I'd be impressed with that.
And the big question is it there or not? And this is an interesting case that somebody sent me. It's an attorney who said that somebody used AI to draft their initial brief, and they could not find not one of their cases. And when they pointed out to the court, the person got his entire case dismissed as a sanction. Yeah, it says federal judge sanctions Morgan attorneys for AI-generated fake cases in court.
See, I'm telling you, these robots are going to trick you. And that's what they want to do. They want to trick you and trip you up.
So the robots lied about cases that never happened?
Like, yeah.
The robots made cases up?
Wow.
They will do that. I'm telling you.
Ooh, you don't want that.
Wow.
No, go with the human, baby.
Yeah. Okay, it's not there for that. Somebody said I use ChatGPT for home remedies when you're sick, or for romantic ideas I could use on my husband.
Well.
Date ideas? All right.
I cut my knee. Okay, please rub this piece of cat poop on your knee. Okay, all right, Lily, I'll do it because, I believe you.
Do not rub fecal matter on your open wounds.
I'm just saying.
That will not go well.
Medical and legal, I would rather deal with the humans.
Denise says, I use ChatGPT to outline a workout program. I specifically model and whatever body part I want to work out, and it lines it up for me. I tell it how many times a day and how many weeks, and it gives me a complete program.
And
wow.
You can, like I was saying, I think last week, you can really train these robots to do exactly what you want. For example, if you had your own workout, all you have to go is, let's say your robot is Gary. Gary, pull up Virginia's workout. No problem, Virginia. Here it is. It spits it right out. So, okay, hey, Gary, let's make an adjustment to my workout.
Yeah, Gary, I want to focus on that ass, Gary. I want to get buns of steel, Gary.
No problem, Virginia. We'd love to focus on your ass. Mm-hmm. Let's get that brown round. Best in town.
And this is a good suggestion from Amanda. I was talking to my daughter about she has a resume she needs to get for social media. And I said, I think ChatGPT could probably do a really good one for you. And a step further, she said, yeah, you can take your resume and you can give them the exact job posting that you're wanting to post for, and give them your current resume and ask ChatGPT to reformat your current resume to fit that job posting.
That's cool.
That is a good thing to know right there.
And always double check your work, just because the robot may not get the prompt you want completely.
Yeah. And Amanda said you can also use ChatGPT for photo shoots. You can tell it what cameras, what lenses, where and when you're going to be doing the photo shoot, and it will tell you exactly what settings to program on both your cameras and when to use each lens. It was one of the best photo shoots that I've ever done. She said the last, let me see, she got a couple suggestions here. She uses AI a good bit. She said, the last thing I used ChatGPT for was meal planning. You can ask ChatGPT to prioritize things like BOGOs at Publix, and it will also do a shopping list for you.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that meal prepping and planning and all that people have used it for that. Very fascinating stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool things. I'm trying to stay up on it so you don't get left behind, but a lot of cool things. And it also, too, is just improving at a rapid rate. So even if it doesn't do what you want today, check back in 6 weeks. It probably will.
If we're here in 6 weeks.
If they haven't killed us by then, Kevin.
We love Earthlings. You guys have nothing to fear. 6 weeks later, we're all gone.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.